Trying to be a gym baddie. I need to grab me an energy drink. Y'all, this weighted vest, I've been walking around with it. I have been walking around with this bad boy. It works. It works so well. Well, I don't know if it's working, but I'm working out with it. I'm in the gym in this bad boy, and it actually helps with my posture as well because my body, I sit upright. Um, let's get the hearts pumping. Let's get the hearts pumping. I should play some I should play some house music for the house pumping. Oh my god. I need an energy drink, but I will wait for that. How's everybody else been doing? I love your content. Thank you, ma'am. A lot of people don't like me right now. I'm in the hot seat in the villa. Hey, Risa. Hi, Carmen. I'm in the hot seat in the villa. I always love me something. Thank you, Jenny. Hey, sis. Ma'am. Okay. I need you. Good morning, Derry. Good morning. I need you to go ahead and, okay, I love you. I do. Hi, guys. I love you. All right. So, what I need you to do is I need you to go lay down. Can you go lay down in your own area? Huh? Can you lay down in your own area? Can you go be a good girl and lay down? Okay. We're going to go outside later, all right? Okay. Give me a hug. Okay. Now go lay down. Oh, I do have a heart. Sometimes I have a heart. You help me with all the craziness in the world. Thank you. Go lay down. Bed. There's the stuff that I take that I got from the clock shop. Yeah. Got this from the clock shop too. I want to see the rest of the results before I say it actually works or not. No, you took your hair down. Yes, it was heavy, y'all. I don't have a strong neck. I don't have a strong neck to hold that for that long. I may get them done again, but I may get them shorter. But I cannot deal with them right now. No. Let's get the hearts moving. I don't have a strong neck. Shit. At least I'm honest about it. Shoot. You know how hard it is? Hey, Miss Deidre, do y'all know how hard it is to carry them damn braids? That shit heavy as fuck. You gotta be strong up here in order to wear that heavy shit all the time. I am not trying to be a silver fox, honey. I'm trying to let my natural hair grow out, and then I will be dyeing it again. Okay. I had to cut all of my bad off, which is like six. It was like 6 inches I had to take off my hair, like, because it was damaged. So I just wanted my curls to flourish. Yeah, you do got to be headstrong. All right, let's get into it. So, where the fuck should I start? She was right. She was right. For every person that talked shit about Kamala Harris last year and said that she was gaslighting everybody and that she was lying and Trump would never do that, eat crow. I think it's you. Yeah, that was me. I was with my friend. Eat crow. She was absolutely right. She said Trump would use the armed forces and he would turn them against U.S. citizens. And that is exactly what this man is doing. Exactly what he's doing in real fucking time. Everything that Kamala Harris said during her time of running for president is coming into fruition. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people, especially, leftists in the uncommunity community and the Palestine community on this app and off this app, made it very, very clear that Kamala and Trump were exactly the same person, which we all know is bullshit. We all know that. They are not the same. They never were the same. They never going to be the same. I wonder if I got a package. Hold on real quick. Don't look in my butt. I got a package. I got a package. I got a package. Hey, 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 hey. I don't know who it's from, but we'll worry about that later. Y'all said they were the same, but I don't think Kamala Harris would be doing this. She would never turn our troops against us. DC's crime rate has been the lowest in 30 years. There was no reason for Trump to try to take over DC. There's no reason for him to try to take over New York, Chicago. There's no reason for red states to be volunteering their National Guard to go to blue states when red states have the highest crime rate. Who said that? Statistics. Yes. Why all these red states are volunteering their National Guard to go to blue states, they have the highest crime rate. So what does that tell y'all? It has nothing to do with crime. It is Trump getting his lick back at blue states because they did not vote for him. It is him looking at minorities and black communities and seeing them as a threat because what? We did not vote for him. He sat there yesterday and said, I love black people. I got the best vote with black. Nobody fucking voted for him. 92% of African-American women voted for Kamala Harris. 80-something% voted for Kamala Harris. He did not get the black vote, but yet he will sit there and lie. He will lie. He doesn't love black people. He damn sure don't like black women. If that's the case, he would leave Jasmine Crockett alone. If that's the case, he would not be going after the first black governor of the Federal Reserve, Lisa Cook, using the same touts that he's been using on every politician that he does not like. Okay? Every time he does not like a politician, he claims mortgage fraud. It doesn't matter who you are, mortgage fraud. He did that with, what's her name? The AG in New York. He did that with the AG in New York. He also did it with, what's his name? White man. He did it with a white man. He did it with a couple of people. Letitia James, yes. And he also did it with another, I forgot what his name is. White guy. He was part of the investigation on him. He claimed mortgage fraud. Anytime somebody is somebody he don't like, he wants them to be investigated for mortgage fraud. And this is anybody that has gone after him. And I think he does mortgage fraud because he got in. Oh, shoot, that's cute. I think he's doing mortgage fraud because he's the one that went down for inflating his books and deflating his books. Adam Schiff, thank you. Inflating his books and deflating his books just so he could get larger loans, but at the same time, not have to pay taxes. That is why he keeps doing that. That's why he's specifically sticking to mortgage fraud. Everybody can't be frauding on their mortgage. Everybody, but he got convicted for doing shit and inflating his books and saying that his properties were worth more when he needed a loan, but worth less when he didn't want to pay taxes. So this is his thing. Now, he signed an executive order. An executive order has been signed. Let me find He signed an executive order creating specialized National Guard units that will address the public order issues. Let me make something very clear. That is not the National Guard's job. They don't know nothing about patrolling the streets of America. That is not what their job is. That ain't it. I've had 3 family members still in the National Guard. I asked them, I was like, is that your job? They was like, nah, that ain't our job. It's to prepare for other shit in case we get deployed. It's backup in case y'all may need us during a hurricane or something. We can come out and help everybody. We are not there to patrol U.S. citizens. We're not there to arrest U.S. citizens. We don't have that fucking jurisdiction. That is not our job. It's not their fucking job. They are not police. And he's given them the reason to go ahead and be armed in DC. So now they're walking around armed in DC. Fully armed. You gave ICE all this goddamn money. ICE is now the most expensive department when it comes to legal law enforcement in this country. They got the bulk of the money, and y'all still don't have enough. Y'all still don't have enough to pick up people. Now you want to use ICE to help pick up people. Oh, if you're in Georgia, Kemp just signed his orders to get National Guardsmen to help with ICE raids. I saw that this morning. That shit just pissed me the fuck off. Yes, Governor Kemp has signed off to allow, I think, 75 to 100 National Guardsmen to assist in ICE raids. I'm so happy he leaving. I'm so happy this is last year in this bitch. I can't wait for him to go. I can't wait for him to go. So he signed the executive order on Monday that the administration says will task Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth with establishing a specialized units in the National Guard that will be specifically trained and equipped to deal with public order issues. Isn't that what the fuck y'all built these cop cities for? Now, I could have sworn y'all built cop cities to deal with the urban warfare means black folks when we protest. Didn't they build these cop cities around the country outside of urban areas? Isn't that what that was supposed to be for? Because I'm forgetting the plot. I'm forgetting that because I could have sworn we've been watching these cop cities be built, training facilities to combat urban warfare, who are actually trained by IDF, who is trained by Israel agents. Wasn't that supposed to be what that was for? Now all of a sudden y'all need what? The National Guard? Hell, y'all not even paying ICE agents the way you're supposed to be paying them. Because I could have sworn they were supposed to get like a bonus. They were supposed to get like student loan payments. They ain't getting none of that shit. None. He took that shit back. And then you had Dean Cain trying to run a fucking course. And he losing his goddamn breath. That shit was funny. Dean Cain was struggling with his whole life trying to get through that obstacle course. I'm like, bruh, where is this? Where is it going? Where is it going? He said this move follows a direct by Hegseth last week that authorized members of the National Guard who were deployed as part of Trump's anti-crime agenda in Washington, D.C. National Guard members deployed to D.C. started carrying sidearms on Sunday. For what? I'm really asking, why do they need sidearms? You're going to use the military that's supposed to be there to protect us to take us out now? Trump signed several other executive actions on Monday targeting cashless bails. We're going to get there. Withholding federal grant funding to jurisdictions that have abolished cash bail, and moving criminal defendants in D.C. to federal custody where applicable to ensure that they are held in federal prison pre-trial. He wants to move people out of regular jail cells and put them in federal jail cells, knowing good and well they won't get bail because cashless bails are now gone. The more bodies, the more money. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all take y'all asses to Chicago if y'all want. Now, Chicago got some issues. But what one thing I know about Chicago is they're not gonna let anybody come and take their shit. They not gonna they're not gonna let nobody come in and just take their shit. It's gonna get ugly. I hope it doesn't. But baby, good morning. I woo, okay, because I ain't even want to visit Chicago. Chicago got too much shit going on. Way too much shit. Do I have another package? I don't think it's mine this time. But yeah, I don't see that going very well. What I do know is this man is trying to set himself up. Do I think a lot of people, Bill Maher said that he thinks that Trump is trying to set up for a coup. He feels like he's trying to set up for a coup or to declare martial law. Now, in order to have like to do a coup, I had to look this up because I really wanted to know the information on what it would take to overthrow the government and overthrow democracy, bitch speak, democracy in America. I wanted to see what that would be like. So I just did a little investigating and this is what we found. So, that's not what I want. Is this? Yeah, is this it? Yes. Okay. So, in order to do a coup, deploying troops to heavily minority populated areas. Oh, hold on. That's another area. Hold on. So, can Trump deploy the National Guard to cities? Normally, state governors control their National Guards. Okay. A president can federalize the Guard under the Insurrection Act of 1807. But there hasn't been an insurrection since his people stormed the Capitol in 2020. There has not been an insurrection since his people stormed the Capitol. But I digress. Which allows U.S. troops to enforce laws, suppress rebellion, or respond to civil unrest. He didn't deploy their asses then. Historically, this has been used sparingly. Eisenhower and Kennedy used it to enforce desegregation. And George W. Bush used it during 1992 LA riots after the Rodney King beating. Now, martial law and coup possibilities. Martial law in the U.S. history nationwide. Martial law has never been declared. It's usually localized temporarily and subject to constitutional limits. The Supreme Court has ruled that martial law cannot fully replace civil courts if they are still functioning. Now, coup concerns. Deploying troops to heavily minority populated areas could appear less about safety and more about intimidation and political control. If troops are used to suppress disdain, protests, or voting, it edges closer to authoritarian abuse. So he's walking a fine line. A fine line. He's walking a fine line. Okay? Why minority communities? If deployments are concentrated in Black and minority majority cities, it raises serious civil rights concerns. Historically, federal or state military presence in minority neighborhoods has been tied to over-policing, voter suppression, and political intimidation. All the fucking things Black folks not going for. All the things we are not going for at all. Let's not play that game. Okay? Now, could this be a setup for a coup or martial law? A true coup in the U.S. will require not only the troop deployment, but also, and pay attention to this, control over communications, media, and internet. What has Trump been doing the past couple of months? 60 Minutes, CBS, Paramount, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, TikTok, Meta, X, censoring, controlling the outlook, making sure that his voice is heard and his voice only, getting people not to speak at all because they're walking on a fine line. He's already been doing that. PBS and PR, he's already been doing that. Okay? Neutralizing oppositions in Congress, courts, and state governments. He's tried to fire federal judges. He's arrested judges. He goes after anybody in government that he does not like, charging them with mortgage fraud. Going to John Bolton's house. Threatening Westmore. Threatening mayors, telling them they're going to take over the city. He's been doing that. He's been doing it. Last, board military loyalty to the president over the Constitution. Well, we already know there are several people in the military that will follow this man. And there are several military people that won't. That is going to be the line that's the line he's going to have to figure out how to cross. He's going to have to get the loyalty of the full military to get him over that line. So he's going to have a strong civil control of constitutional. The U.S. military has a strong tradition of civilian control and constitutional loyalty, and senior commanders in the past, including during Trump's first term, have been publicly resisted unlawful orders. He's gotten rid of those people. That black 5-star general would have never done this shit, but Petey Boy will. Petey Boy will. Kristi Noem will. He's put people in place that will follow him over a cliff. Literally. He's put people in place. He's fired everybody from the first term that he knew would not allow him to do the shit that he wanted. And he put people who are incompetent, have no history of being in any of those positions, in those positions just to serve his agenda. I wish I was just, just saying shit, but I'm putting 2 and 2 together. So while martial law and coup scenarios are often raised in fears, the practical and legal barriers are extremely high. But he has made he's made a good chunk of steps. The last thing he has to do really is to get the military under his thumb. That's it. That's all he has to do is get the military under his thumb. And yes, I do think veterans are going to have to speak up. I think generals from the past are going to have to speak up. I think military at hand is going to have to speak up. But I also know that a lot of these people in the military need their jobs. They're going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Their morals or a check. Being dishonorably discharged or maybe being arrested or following this man. Then they're going to be thinking about their family members, the bills they have to pay. The rest of their lives. It's a lot of shit that's going to be moving. It's a lot of moving parts. I do think there are going to be a lot of people, white specifically, that are going to jump the gun and say, I'm with you no matter what. And then there's going to be people on the other side saying, I'm not going against my own people. Military has already lost their vows. When the National Guard put their asses on the ground and started pulling people, arresting people, patrolling people on this country, in this land, they've already passed their morals. They already fucked up with the Constitution. They've already done that. They've already done that. Trump just said he doesn't want the military to be known as the military defense. He wants them to be known as the military of war. What war are we going? Venezuela is not playing. They packing they bitches up and bringing them up close to Trump. Do y'all not know what's going on in the sea? They talking about, Venezuela is marching their troops on down. Trump said it's to combat the cartel and what's coming in through the sea. Baby, he better not. He better not, because Venezuela is not, they not playing that game with him. I don't want no smoke. Because cartel could be everywhere. Let's just be real. Cartel could be right here. They could be lurking around, okay? I don't want no smoke with them. Let's be real. You talk about sleeper cells. They can get in and out of this country like this. They can get in and out of this country like this. I'm just, you know what? But this is what we said was going to happen. This is why, and I'm gonna keep saying this, and I know people don't like it. When a black woman speaks, listen, because she's not speaking from a place of pride. She's speaking from a place of experience. And in this country, black women are the intersection of misogyny and racism. Clap together. So bottom line, we're going to be affected either way. We have no way out. So when we're speaking because we know we're backed into a corner and shit is getting real. And this is the problem y'all had last year. Y'all wanted to frame Kamala Harris as the same as Donald Trump, and they were nowhere near each other. And y'all lost the fucking plot. The plot was to never let that man in office. And y'all lost the plot. Y'all lost the plot. The whole thing was making sure that man never got in office. That was the whole point. Harm reduction. But a lot of y'all couldn't get y'all heads out y'all asses to even do that. A lot of y'all did not know what harm reduction means. Now you're going to see what it means. And for all of y'all that's sitting in the back talking about, oh, we can't vote for Gavin Newsom. He's a war criminal. We can't vote for Gavin Newsom. He's not good for the regime. Bitch, this is not a regime. This is a democracy. And two things can be right at the same time. Gavin Newsom right now is our only line of defense. When it comes to Trump, he is winning the vote by playing Trump's game. And it's about time somebody got dirty with him and pissed him off. And I love it, okay? I love it. Because Trump really can't get at Gavin. Gavin's not overweight. He's handsome. He's been running the country he's been running his state for a good minute, okay? He stood up to Trump several times. And let me make something. November 4th is not about voting for Gavin. It's about gerrymandering. It is about making sure that we have enough seats to take over the House. It is about stopping Trump in his fucking tracks. Okay, this man is about to ask for $2 billion from Congress. He's about to ask Congress for $2 billion. I don't give a fuck what Gavin has done in the past. Right now, we are looking for harm reduction. Say it with me, people. Harm reduction. Okay? We're looking for anybody that can combat that thing in the office. This man wants to take $2 billion so he can redo DC. So he can make DC beautiful. You mean to tell me? Let me calm down. Bring it on. You mean to tell me you want $2 billion to make DC beautiful, but we can't have Medicaid. We can't have SNAP. Our medical bills are about to go back on our goddamn, Credit reports. We couldn't finish the windmill effect. You're taking away a security for wildlife and marine life. Our education system is fucked completely. Student loans out the ass. And you want to use $2 billion of our fucking hard tax earned money so you can beautify. I'm not going to say beautify. That man wants to make DC a fortified fort for him. He wants to fortify that bitch for him. He wants to make sure that no one can get in that hole. It ain't going to be no beautification. He's going to set it up to the point where no one can get access to DC. It ain't about making it beautiful. He's talking about, everybody keeps saying I'm a dictator, I'm fascist. I mean, they want a dictator, but I don't like dictator. Who is they? Your people? I'm sorry, most time you interview a MAGA person, they can't get, they can't even tell you the fucking time. They're not bright at all. I'm gonna tell you something right now. There are a lot of MAGA folks that are not bright. They not up here. They and you know why? You know why it was so easy to fucking get them in a place where they have no say so anymore? Because they are not educated enough to make a decision. Like, real shit. It's real easy to get MAGA supporters. Most of them are uneducated. And all you have to do is say small key words to them to make them think that they have some power back. What's wrong? Talking about, do I need mods? Nobody home upstairs. I don't see anybody. MAGA supporters. Rabbi Lawson. Rabbi. What did Rabbi say? Oh, girl, I don't even care about those folks. Oh, it's Samaya. That's Samaya Ho. Oh, Samaya, I don't deal with children. Samaria, I don't care. I don't deal with kids. I don't deal with kids. She can talk all she want. You don't have to unmute her. I don't even pay attention to children. I don't pay attention to children. I didn't even see her comment. Bruh, you got me messed up. You think I got time for a child? You think I got time for children? I don't have time for children. But we have all these issues that he just caused for us. And now he wants $2 billion to rebuild DC. Baby, I can't. And also, I don't know what happened to Mike Pence when Mike Pence went on the news and said that these tariffs are ruining the country, ruining the U.S. economy, ruining small businesses, and it is. Okay? Mike Pence, and I cannot believe I'm on Mike Pence's side. You know, Mike Pence was a little wiener. He's a little weakling. I'm surprised he's opening his mouth. But I guess he ain't got nothing to lose. But he said household expenses due to tariffs are going to increase almost to $3,000 once Trump's done with everything he has to do. Do y'all not know we've been paying billions of dollars each month? We got a tax on top of our taxes. We've got a tax on top of our taxes. And where is that money going? Is that where the $2 billion is going to come? Where is the money? I do feel like we're going into the Great Depression. Where is that money at? Is he hoarding it for something? Like, if you're going to, and you know what? I'm going to say this. I don't mind being tariffed. I'm going to call it being tariffed. I don't mind being tariffed. If my tariffs went to free healthcare, if my tariffs went to free education, if my tariffs went to free VA assistance and housing for VA and for homelessness, if my tariff went to mental health services for free, if it went to building more farms, you see what I'm saying? If it went to affordable housing, I would not mind being tariffed. If my money was actually going to make this world better, going to make this country better, I would not mind it. But with him in office, I don't know where this money is going. I have no fucking clue. I don't care if my tariff is being used for immigrants crossing to find a better life and they need housing. I would not give a shit. I would not care. But we don't know where that money is going. And obviously it's not going into the education system. It's not going to infrastructure, because we ain't seen nothing about giving money to build anything except for these fucking AI factories and shit that's going to pollute every city that it's next to. But I don't mind if I knew where that money is going, because it's not going anywhere near us. And speaking of immigrants, ICE detained a disabled military veteran who was disabled in action. Yes. And so for all y'all people that say immigrants, undocumented immigrants, they can't serve in the military, obviously they can. This man is wheelchair bound. He was hit in action, got an honorable discharge, he's been trying to get his damn papers for 20 plus years. He went to his last interview and they arrested him while he was fucking in his wheelchair. This man served our country and almost lost his life, and y'all trying to deport him? But Trump loves the military. He loves the police. This is it's not America. I don't know what the fuck this is anymore, but it's not America. I mean, I knew it was going to get bad. I just didn't know how bad it was going to get. It's to the point where this man has put his fucking face on the Department of Labor building like a whole fucking banner. He has a whole banner. A whole banner on top of the Department of Labor, which we've lost so many jobs. And it says America workers first. Ain't nobody got no jobs. Gen Z has no jobs. From the ages of 20 something to 30, they cannot find a fucking thing. Why? Because AI has gone rampant in this country. You've let go majority of the fucking government to the point where we have enough people to tell the goddamn weather. VA, they've lost doctors and nurses. Our scientists are going to other fucking countries to do work for them. I can't. Like, are we living in an alternate universe? But we got America First workers. Like, what workers are we talking about? I'm trying to figure this out. What workers are we talking about? And did y'all know that the only people that are protected under DEI now, the only group of people that are protected under DEI are Jewish people? Jewish people are the only people in this country that are protected. You can't even burn their flag. You can't tear up their flag because now they have made their flag part of them. They're the only ones that cannot be harmed. Is this fucking United States of America or United States of Israel? That should tell y'all a lot. America is not first. Israel is first. And speaking of Israel, they struck a hospital yesterday. They struck a hospital, and while healthcare workers and journalists were trying to document and help, they struck it again. And all Trump said, I'm not happy about it. That's what he said. I'm not happy about it. Now, I know everybody talking about that bruise on his hand. And I've been praying to God for a birthday present. I'll be 40 this year. That's all I want for my birthday. That is all I want for my birthday, my 40th birthday. That's all I want. That's it. That's all I want for my birthday. To just, that's it. And I think that's a selfless wish. I think that is a selfless wish. I think that is a great birthday present. That's a great Christmas present. That's a great Christmas present, because I know that we will have to deal with JD, but don't nobody like JD. Oh, I don't look 40. I'm sorry. Don't nobody like JD. Trump don't even like JD. You thought I was 28. My bad. Trump don't even like JD. And I've showed y'all over the past couple of months of him saying shit and not knowing what he's saying. Like, yes, and they have removed all of those videos from South Park. South Park has removed all 4 episodes that are airing about Trump. They said they are harmful. They removed them. So I hope y'all got to watch them before South Park got them taken down. Well, Paramount CBS took them down. Paramount CBS took it down. They took them down. They are not allowing them to be seen. Now, Governor Wes Moore, he's considering redrawing Maryland congressional maps to combat gerrymandering. He's going to be one. And we got to win. I saw this morning, but we got to win. Utah cannot redistrict, and Utah is a red state. They cannot redistrict. They cannot redraw their lines. They got stopped. They thought they was going to be able to do what Texas did. The court stopped them. The court stopped them. But Governor Wes Moore in Maryland, I think he's going to be able to do it. I think he's going to be able to do it. That's just it. I think he's going to be able to do it. And I'm hoping that happens. Y'all do have a couple of Democrats that went to visit Israel for an AIPAC-led trip. I want y'all to go and take a look at those people. If you have not seen my recap video, it is up. But you have a Representative Neely Powell, New Jersey 9th District. She gets $41,000 from them. Representative Tim Kinney, New York District 26, $44,000. You've got Representative Luz Rivera. She gets $55,000, California 29th District. You got Representative John Olendzowski, Maryland 2nd District. He gets $86,000. You got Representative Jill Soneros, California 31 District. He gets $93,000. You got Representative Laura Gillian, New York 4th District. She gets $104K. Representative Pete Alger, California 33rd District. He gets over $900,000. You got Representative Brad Shooter, Illinois 10th District. He gets $1.3 million from AIPAC. And then you have Representative Wesley Bell, a black man who AIPAC put in place to take Cori Bush's place in her district of Missouri, District 1. This boy got paid $12.7 million. $12.7 million. These are the type of people that we need to weed out. We need to weed out anybody and everybody that has an attachment to AIPAC. And if they can't let go of AIPAC, they have to go. Girl, you sleep on my box. Okay, I'm going to let you stay there. I'm not saying nothing. Those are the people that need to go. If you cannot relinquish AIPAC, you have to go. Now, I'm not asking for y'all to just like what these leftists and these uncommitted movement people are asking for drastic shit. They asking for shit that you cannot make promises about, but you can promise to relinquish that money. You can't be the only one that's going to give health care for all. You can't do that. That's a group effort. Okay? That's a group effort. You can't do that. You can't say you're going to abolish ICE. That is a group effort. But what you can do is say, I will no longer take seed money from AIPAC. You can do that. You can say, I will no longer take seed money from AIPAC. I will no longer be funded by AIPAC to do their work in my government that they have no part of. This is not their country. And yes, Jewish people, this is not your country. This country belongs to multiple races and multiple religions. It don't just belong to y'all. Y'all are not blessed and highly favored here. What's going to end up happening is people are going to start turning on y'all, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. Because the very simple fact is y'all are getting handed things in real time that people that have been here since the inception of this country are not receiving. That is what's going to happen. No one is going to want to deal with y'all. That's just it. That's not a dig. That's not a drag. That's just facts. Y'all are the only ones being protected. The only ones. Hell, y'all got reparations before black people did. Y'all got a whole fucking land. Y'all got land before black people did. Y'all got a new home before black people did. Where's the lie? Y'all get free health care, free education. Y'all get all that before black people did. And I'm being very clear, y'all weren't the first ones in the Holocaust. Namibia was. And I'm going to keep reiterating that because Jewish people do like to act like they're the only ones that went through a Holocaust. No, the practice was on Namibia's community. Germany practiced on Namibia first. They got their fine tuning and their measurements correctly and they timed everything out. And then they went to work on y'all. Y'all weren't the first one. And yes, it's always going to be about race in this country. This country was founded on race. It was founded on keeping people down. This country foundation is racism. So yes, everything will be about race. Get over it. Once you embrace it, you will get out that mindset thinking that you are the only one that matters. Because you don't. You don't fucking matter. I'm going to try to stay off my soapbox. Here's something very interesting. Mississippi is having a decline in babies. Mississippi declares a newborn unaliving emergency as a record number are losing their babies before their first birthday. Too many Mississippi families are losing their babies before their first birthday. State health officers Dr. Dan Itney said in an August 21 release from Mississippi State Department of Health. The rate of infant mortality is the highest it's been in a decade, with 9.7 unalivings per 1,000 live births. Southern states have the worst health care. Some of the least educated are in these southern states like Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma, Louisiana. Most uneducated. The poorest healthcare systems. And your state is poor. And they're all red. I'll make something very clear to you. If you're a Republican and you're in a red state and you didn't even graduate, baby, you are living off of blue states' money. Okay? Red states can only thrive with blue states' money. And you know why blue states do so well? Because they're open and welcoming to everybody. Okay? That's how they thrive. They thrive with multicultural areas. They thrive by allowing everybody in and allowing everybody to have a place. They thrive because of that. Y'all broke ass states, including Georgia, when you exclude people out of your area, you make yourself poor. Mississippi is poor. Alabama is poor. Louisiana is poor. And baby, I'm Creole. And that hurts to say that shit. Okay? The only reason Georgia isn't poor is because Atlanta and these military bases. Okay? Atlanta makes Georgia rich as fuck. It's the new Hollywood. It's where people come to make it, especially black people. Just being real. But y'all are losing y'all children now. I thought y'all was doing everything y'all could to make babies. I'm sorry. Y'all don't care about babies. Y'all care about pregnancy. Y'all need to make sure baby is pushed out. Y'all don't give a fuck after they had them kids. But Mississippi, y'all better get y'all shit together. Because y'all can't afford to lose no more babies. Because we not having none. The birth rate is down. Out bad. And can I give a hand clap to all the women? We did that. We did that. You took our autonomy away, you won't have no workers. You took our autonomy away and you thought by closing abortion and making it hard for women to have abortions, that was going to fix y'all shit. Wasn't. And I call this a unity thing because all over the world, births are declining. All over the world, births are declining, which means women are not having kids. And the common analogy is when Republicans decided to make sure women could not get abortions in America, they thought it was going to be, oh, they can't have abortions, so they just going to have babies now. No. Oh, we're going to take them out of the workplace so they can have kids. We're not going to have kids. If you take us out of the workplace, we're definitely not going to have children because we can't afford them. Afford. Children cost money. Millennials were the first ones to get that shit. Children cost money. And millennials, most of us graduated during a recession. We ain't making no fucking babies. Gen Z picked up after us and said, fuck them kids. Now, yes, you may have your little outliers of the little, kids that are going back to Christianity so they can find them a good old sacred wife. That shit is crazy, bruh. Did y'all hear the statistics of men going back into the church? There's more young men back into the church than women. And you want to know why? This is my little 2 cents. You don't have to agree with me. It's not for God. It has nothing to do with God. It has to do with the fact that women are not fucking with y'all no more like that. And you figure if you go to church, you will find you a little good Christian girl who you can train and mold so that she can do everything for you. That's the only reason y'all going back to church. Y'all think being a part of the house of the Lord is going to get you a wife that's obedient. I'm just being honest. It ain't got nothing. And it has to do with white Christian nationalism as well. It has to do with white Christian nationalism because it does promise you a wife that is obedient. It does promise you a wife that is obedient. Of course, y'all going back to church. So you can be the leader of the house. But how you going to be the leader of the house if you ain't even got a job? Because y'all can't find them these days. I'm asking for a friend. And let me make something very clear to all you white people, you Southerners, you, I'm a Confederate till I die. We ain't got shit to do with Cracker Barrel. Okay? We don't have shit to do with Cracker Barrel. Black folks ain't do nothing to Cracker Barrel, okay? That's not our spot. Our spot is Waffle House, okay? Now, when they start fucking with Waffle House, then we gonna have a problem. We don't give a fuck what happens at Cracker Barrel, okay? That is not no woke shit. We didn't even ask for that to happen. Y'all can keep y'all damn French toast and y'all fascism at the same time. We didn't ask for that shit to change. The fuck? Y'all talking about Cracker Barrel's gone woke. This because the racism. We ain't got shit to do with that. Y'all can keep y'all little board games and whatever else y'all got going on. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all, them French toast don't even be French toast, okay? Okay, we gonna make this very clear now. Black people has nothing to do with Cracker Barrel. We didn't ask for that shit to change. We know it's been racist since the inception. We already know that. Okay, we know Cracker Barrel is a Confederate staple, okay? We take our ass to Waffle House. That is our home. It's open 24/7. Okay? We usually got a felon on the grill, missing a tooth. We got a grandma working the door. We got a couple of women that's arguing behind the booth, but still get our food. Yes, that shit may smell like bleach, and yes, your feet may be sticky. Okay? We got music bumping in the background, and we're liable to get a fight if we're lucky. We don't give a fuck about no damn Cracker Barrel where old people be pushing each other into the goddamn room to listen to country ass music and eat some bland ass food. We don't give a fuck about that. We get blamed for everything. We get blamed for everything. We don't. I'm done. We ain't got shit to do with that. Y'all can have that. Y'all definitely can have that. Okay. Y'all got till August the 29th to make sure that y'all are ordering whatever y'all need to order off of line. If you got a Shein package that you need to order or a Temu package, you better order that shit now because August the 29th, tariffs will be impacted. Tariffs will be impacted on August the 29th for anything that's $800 and below, which means you're going to be paying out the ass to get your packages. I've already made my fall and winter order. I've already made my fall and winter order. You better order your shit now, your wigs. Order whatever you got to do. Order it. If you are a small business owner, you better make an order now. I'm being real because tariffs are about to cut a lot of small business owners out, including me. Fuck. I just thought about that. My t-shirts. I'm still gonna find a way to keep them at 25 once I start making them. I'm gonna try to keep them at 25, or I may not even sell them until this is worked out. I may hold off. I may have to hold off because I don't want to overcharge y'all. I don't want to have to overcharge y'all. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that shit. Fuck. That shit. It don't matter if it's direct supply, direct buyer, no matter what, that tariff is going to hit. If you have anything $800 and below, be prepared to pay at least half of that to get that shipment. Okay? It does not matter. Tariffs are about to eat everybody up. If you order from Temu and it's only $100, be prepared to pay probably 50 to 60 bucks to get your package. That goes into effect August the 29th. I may have to hold out on these shirts. I'm not even gonna bullshit with you because I do not want to charge y'all over, but I don't want to pay a tariff just to get them in here. He's about to, small businesses are about to go bankrupt, and I'm not even playing with y'all. This is actually a news capped. Hold on. Is it coming out? Thank you. Hold on.
That has allowed packages worth less than $800 to come.
Hold on. I'm going to play it for y'all.
Well, the Trump administration is ending a trade exemption that has allowed packages worth less than $800 to come into the United States duty-free. President Donald Trump eliminated what's called the de minimis rule for China and Hong Kong earlier this year. Now, though, that is being suspended for all countries effective August 29th. The White House calls it a catastrophic loophole used to dodge tariffs and sneak drugs into the country by exploiting lower inspection standards. Removing the trade exemption is expected to raise costs for imported goods and heighten scrutiny of low-value packages entering the U.S. But unanswered questions about the new process is prompting postal services in Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Italy to suspend shipping of most merchandise into the U.S. effective immediately. France and Austria are expected to follow on Monday, and the UK's Royal Mail says that it will halt shipments to the U.S.
Yeah. So
The Trump administration.
Everybody's about to halt their shit. You ain't getting no packages from nowhere else. Everybody's halting this stuff. So, anyone who job delivery, I don't know. But all I know is with these packages not being able to come in, that's going to be less packages that come. That means that DHL, UPS, FedEx, they're going to have to start laying people off because there's not going to be that many routes because there's not going to be much shit coming in. All the shit on Amazon is about to go up. Everything is about to go up, y'all. Everything. He's already costing us billions of dollars in tariffs. Now, this $800 exclusion is about to really eat our ass up. So, hold your coin. Please hold your coin. I'm not even joking because it's crazy. Almost 5,000 Alabama students will repeat the third grade due to low reading exam scores. I'm going to say that again. Almost 5,000 Alabama students will repeat the third grade due to low reading exam scores. Now, these governors and representatives of Alabama, they're worried about kissing Trump's ass. But they're not worried about that. Mississippi's worried about kissing Trump's, but they're not worried about losing. This shit is horrible. This shit is horrible. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. It says the Alabama State Board of Education released new data showing across our state that out of 55,000 third graders who took the ACAP reading exam, 6,470 scored below level grade reading. State Superintendent of Education, Dr. Eric Mackey, explained to the board members during the last work session that parents of more than 2,400 third grade students opted to either have their children retake the exam or simply didn't send them to summer school reading camp. I wonder, are these like pandemic babies? These aren't pandemic babies. These are post-pandemic babies. I feel like any child right now that is post or pre-pandemic, they all need summer school. Every child right now in school needs summer school. They need to be in school longer. They have been cutting down the education system little by little by little by little. And it's making our kids less intelligent. Baby, I don't even remember having that much time off in school. I was so happy to get those 2 weeks during Christmas and that 1 week during Thanksgiving because we didn't see shit. Okay? I ain't never seen people get off for mental health. I don't mind that. But the school years are getting smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where these kids ain't going to be good for nothing but workers. These kids are not going to be anything but worker bees. They're not going to have the mental capacity to sit in the office. They're not going to have the education or the school, the tools to even go to college. This is how you get a slave group. This is how you get a group of slaves. They are not educated to go to school, but they're also not educated enough to work a trade, but they're educated enough to learn how to work in a factory or a field or a yard. this kind of environment is going to breed children that are unable to do anything but work with their hands and be and put the bulk of their life in the hands of someone else and work for less than nothing. Or they'll be in jail. Idle hands are what? These children need to be in school longer. I'm for making them work to school through June and only giving them July off. I'm okay with that. There's no reason 5,000 children should be reading below a third grade level. That just don't make any sense. That just don't make any sense. And I know people are trying to find a balance between school, teachers, and the parents. I think that's a group effort. But right now, our children aren't succeeding. And it is getting horrible out there. It's definitely getting horrible. And I don't get it. I know I got my ding on there. I'm about to get a little messy. I know y'all not used to me being messy, but before I started doing the news and in the political spectrum, I dabbled in messiness. So let's just get into it. So everybody watched Love Island yesterday. If you didn't watch it last night, go rewatch it. I made my comments saying that Huda is racist or either anti-black when it comes to women. She's a little woo-woo. If you watch that whole thing, she's a little woo-woo. Now, someone who is black, I don't know if she's African American, but she's black, came into my comments and said, Huda is a Palestinian woman. And people made threats towards her and her children and put her head on bodies of unalive Palestinians. I'm going to say that is wrong. But that had nothing to do with Shelly or Alandria. Shelly and Alandria fans had nothing to do with that. We don't go that far. That ain't us. That was that man that you were dating in the villa. I think his name is Elon or something like that, who supported the IDF. That was that man. The man that supported the IDF, that was his followers. That was his followers. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Huda is DJ Khaled. The girl don't speak about Palestinians at all. She don't speak about her people at all. What you're not going to do is you're not going to use the plight of Palestinians so you can look like the victim. I'm not playing that shit. I'm not playing that shit. And people are mad at me because of it. I don't give a shit. She don't speak about her people. I speak about the Palestinians than she does. And that's real shit. And people are trying to give her sympathy because she's Palestinian. I don't give a fuck about that. You in America. I don't care. You never spoke about it before. Don't use it now. Do not use it now. And I'm going to say this again. Do not let these online leftists fuck up the narrative of Kamala Harris and what she stood for. And fuck up the narrative of what we need to happen during midterms. They are not good. They don't do nothing for the community but divide us. And right now, we need to stand 10 toes down together. That is the only way we're going to be able to get this man out of the office before he croaks. Okay? I'm being real shit. Do not let these leftists, these uncommitted movement, because they've already started their hate train with Gavin Newsom. They've already started the hate train. They're doing the same thing they did to Kamala Harris during the 2024 election. Do not fall for that shit again. We already see in the past, 8 months what this man has been able to achieve? Project 2025, Palantir, We already see what they've been able to achieve in this small amount of time. We need to get there. I don't give a fuck what you say about Gavin Newsom. Right now, it is called harm reduction. Do y'all not know what the fuck harm reduction is? Have y'all lost your minds? Harm reduction. Gavin Newsom is not Donald Trump. And we need that man right now to gerrymander the fuck out of his state so we can get some seats back, so we can take control of our country back, and we can get it back on the right track before shit falls over real bad. And now we are under a police state and we can't go nowhere. We can't do things without having a pass. Sounds familiar? I'm not trying to go through what my ancestors went through. I am not trying to be there. White people, y'all can experience that shit on your own. I'm good. Right now, we need to start looking at him as the valuable option. Now, if Kamala Harris steps in and says, bitch, I'm running again, I'm going to be backing her. If Gavin Newsom says I'm running, I'm going to be backing him. I don't give a fuck what you call me. You call me delusional all you want. This is y'all goddamn fault we in this situation in the first damn place. We could be getting universal health care. We could be getting grants. We could be getting more money for education. We could have gotten our student loans disappeared. We wouldn't have to worry about our medical bills being back on our fucking credit reports. We ain't got to worry about fucking SNAP and Medicaid and Medicare and VA assistance being cut. We ain't got to worry about people's freedom of speech being infringed on. Because y'all dumbasses decided that Kamala Harris was worse than Donald Trump. We're not doing that again. We're not playing that dumbass game. Y'all played with the devil and y'all lost. And Jill Stein will not be out until 2028. That lady don't come out until money is involved and she can grift her way through the goddamn community. And y'all leftists and y'all socialists, y'all fall for that shit every time. Every time. We've already seen what this man is capable in 8 months. We don't need this bitch to be 4 years later and we can't even have an election again. And this is no longer a democracy. It's already starting to feel tight in this bitch. So when you see a leftist or a socialist downing Gavin Newsom, do not reply. Do not engage. Block their asses and keep moving. Because if you engage with them, that gives them traction online. If you repost a video, if you talk, it's going to give them more views. And we don't need them to have shit. And you think the left is against you? I don't give a fuck. I'm not a leftist. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a socialist. I'm not none of that shit, bitch. I'm on the right side of right. That is how I live my life. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's how I move. I don't give a fuck about what you want to call me. I'm on the side of what is right. I don't give a fuck about labels. I keep telling y'all that. The fuck y'all don't listen? And right now, Gavin is right. And I have questioned Gavin in the past, but right now I'm looking at harm reduction. I'm looking at protecting my people. I'm looking at protecting these children, these VA assistants. I'm looking at protecting our elderly. That's what I'm looking at. And if y'all dumbasses can't see that, then y'all are a problem. And y'all need to be eliminated, which means block them. Don't give them a goddamn voice. They don't need it. Because all they're trying to do is stir up chaos all over again. And it's going to be 2024 all over again. And I ain't got time for that shit. This time, listen to Black women when we speak. And maybe you won't put your foot in your fucking mouth. Ooh. Yes, eliminated off this platform. They don't need to be seen. They don't need to be heard. That's what eliminated means. They're no longer part of the damn conversation. You see, I don't give none of them a pass on my page. You can make 20 million videos about me, baby. You will not have a platform for my people to listen to you. Bye. Okay, I gotta eliminate you. Bye. Block. That was easy. I never asked you to follow me. I said what I said. One thing about me is I'm not going to retract. I'm not a fucking influencer. I don't even consider myself a content creator. I'm not losing nothing. Okay? I ain't losing shit. I ain't got no fucking endorsements, bitch. I speak the way I speak because I'm free to do so. No one is tying my motherfucking hands. This stuff from TikTok shop ain't bad. Something to clean your system. All right? Well, if you haven't seen the recap video, go see the recap video. All right? Look, ma, no hands. Yep, it's the Yoruba magic. Yep, that's what it is. It tastes kind of funny when you first start drinking it, but it's not bad. The Yoruba magic. Yoruba magic. It's something like that. It's something like that. Yoruba magic. Yeah. All right, peoples. You are an influencer. I am not an influencer, y'all. I'm going to take this off for a little bit before I go to the gym. Trying to get this back together so I can be ready for homecoming. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. I will see y'all tomorrow for the daily recap. If you have not seen the video, please go see the video. And y'all be good and, try to keep a peaceful mind. And block anybody that gets on your fucking nerves. Don't engage with them. They're not worth your time nor your space. I said what I said. Have a good day. Bye, peoples. Bye, YouTube.